Hello everyone! Start off by taking a sweater sleeve, fold it over, and now thread a needle and then slowly begin to sew it in. Now, after you put the second stitch in, loop it around the needle so that it forms this V shape. Now make two of these and make sure that you make one larger layer and then one smaller. Make one more in the side as well of the same design. Now make these two diagonal stitches in the middle and then two more. Afterwards, make this one vertical stitch as well to join these three together. After you've done so, it should look like a cat and its whiskers. Next, start off by making these lines onto the collar and then afterwards begin to stitch it according to this. After the first line of going over, then begin to go backwards and then afterwards pull it through. Now it should look like a rose once you are done with it. Tie a knot to it once you are done. After this, you may also add the stem at the bottom, add the stem and then the leaves on either side of the stem as well. Next, take a mask and then afterwards thread the needle, pull it through from the bottom to the top. Afterwards, make this almost horizontal stitch out of it, make it slightly diagonal as well. Now for the second stitch over, loop this around the needle, that is loop the thread around the needle in order to make it this downward facing V shape. Thread another needle and then afterwards put red thread in this time. Now loop the thread multiple times around the needle, pull it through. This way it will look like little cherries connected to their tree. Now after you're done with this, you may do this at the bottom as well or wherever you want to do it. At the bottom we have drawn a heart shape as well. Next, as you can see, you will draw these lines in a circular shape as such. Now continue to stitch them from one part to the other. Make the circular shape out of it and loop it around. Pull the needle through and then afterwards, after you pull it backwards, you should have formed these loops. Then pull it all of them through. Join it together in the middle as such. Next, take this portion of it and then slowly begin to make this V shape out of it. Let us make this diagonal shape to begin with. Now afterwards continue to do so and do so until you reach the top. Once you reach the desired length, pull it tight together so that the thread is no longer seen. Now this will add a little scrunch to the side that will make it look all the more decorative and all the more fashionable. Afterwards pull the needle through and then make a knot to it so that it does not come undone. Next, take this V-shaped collar and then afterwards add some lace to the back of it. Now stitch in this lace in the corners as such. Continue to loop stitch it all the way through. Pull the needle through and then loop the thread around the needle. Pull it through and then once again put the needle through the loop and then afterwards pull the needle and then wrap the thread around the needle before you pull it. Now go backwards, lift each of these stitches up and then pull them through. As you do so, then the stitching will not be seen, however it will still be present. This will make it look all the more decorative and all the more fashionable. Tie a knot to the bottom once you're done. Next, take this piece of the sock and then cut off the bottom portion of it. After you've done so, take this clothes sock and then make these two lines to it. Make a small curved line to it as well. Now, make this small dome-like cut out of it and then afterwards, keep it aside. Now, taking the rest of the sleeve, join them together and then stitch the two of them together. As you can see, we have made multiple dots to it and then we are stitching them together as such. Now, make these multiple horizontal stitches to it. As you continue to do so, tie a knot onto the other end as well. As you tie a knot to the other end of it, then this is what it should look like. This is what it will begin to look like. After you've joined the two, then it will be a fashionable way to adorn these. Thank you for watching.